It has been another month, which means updates to the game. And I'm actually really excited about this one because we're finally reworking the combat, which is doing a lot, especially for our first boss, the Great Spider. So let me show you everything. So here we are in the game. There's nothing here has really changed. We still have the left click, the right click being much bigger. We have the charge attack, pretty much same as before. But now I actually implemented the projectile attack, which has the regular projectile. And if I right click, we get a bigger projectile. Now it has the same cooldown as the right click for the melee attack. But if I hold left click now, we get an awesome laser. Yes. Awesome laser. So this is the way to go. But that aside, let's go ahead and get into the game. You can see the weapon carries over as it does before. And here come the enemies. You can see the actual projectile scales. And if I right click, big explosion, just like the melee attack, but it's a little bit cooler because this does AoE and, well, it has range, so it's extremely powerful. Now, there are some small issues that we still need to resolve. Namely, if you shoot it a little bit too close to enemies, it does have a minimum distance away from them where it triggers, but otherwise, everything is a-okay. But mostly, all of this is the same, so let me get to the boss, and let me show you how the boss has changed, because it is considerably different. Also, I should point out that all of these, of course, completely stack with everything, including the beams. If you have multi-projectile, it shoots multiple projectiles, because of course it does. And also, I do not recall if I mentioned it last time, because I don't remember if I did it last time or this time, but the jump no longer is a thing. I've removed the jump entirely. So just a heads up, in case you're trying to jump around, it is no longer a thing. And also, if I go ahead and pick up Airblade here, let's grab the highest level one, because why not? It also has gone upgrades. You can see we now shoot a projectile. It is horizontal now. If I do my regular attack, right click, of course, does the bigger one. And what actual Airblade does is it's like air. And air can pretty much go through everything. So it does not get stopped by static meshes anymore. So it goes through objects. It does not go through enemies. It'll still explode. And it also has a hold attack here where it shoots giant ones, which is really cool, I think. So it makes the combat a lot more interesting, in my opinion. But as you can see, if I shoot them, since it starts a little bit away, it might just explode right away on these guys or go past them. So it's just small things that I still need to adjust. But as you can see, it is definitely a lot more interesting than it was before. Now, unfortunately, it seems that these guys are a little bit bugged still. I thought I fixed this, but I guess in the package build, they still kind of run away once dead. And it's silly. They eventually stop moving, as you can see for the others. But it's, yeah, you know, small bugs still around. There we go. Portals open. Let's check out what is different now. Starting with the fact that for some reason my... you should not notice me yet. Why is it not working in the package? It's fine. So it seems the music isn't here either, which we need to adjust, of course. But the main thing is, right now, he's only going to do his basic attack until I take off about 10% of his health. When I do 10% of his health, then he's going to start doing a few extra attacks. And you can see he's a little more jittery. He walks around more. He's a little faster. So, and he has a lot more life, as you can see. It is no longer an easy kill. He has the arrow on him is considerably bigger because I chose the projectile option right now. It is definitely a lot easier to keep away from him, but it's about to be not so easy as we hit 10%. There we go. Now he's got a new attack. He's now shooting a projectile, and that is a web. And you can see the web sticks around and it slows me down. And if I am not careful, I'm going to get stuck in the web. And then he's going to just attack me. So if I come here, you can see I'm considerably slower if I'm in the web. He's not. He's completely fine. So if I'm not careful, I also dash not as far. So this is going to continue on until I get him to the next phase. So the first phase is kind of a two-parter. The first one is just melee for about 10%. And then we have this for about 25% of the remaining health here. And once he's about 35% down, then we should be able to see the next phase. It is not hard to dodge once you understand how it works. So this one shouldn't pose too much trouble, I imagine. But there we go. We now transition to the next phase. And this phase, we have spawned in a bunch of spiderlings, and he has gone away. Now, these guys normally left-clicking will not kill them in one hit, but right-clicking should kill them pretty much in one hit. So, but of course, you have a little cooldown on that, so just keep that in mind. But once you kill them all, and again, they're also moving for some reason, he will come down and activate his next phase. Now, what's the difference in this phase? Well, let's find out. In this phase, assuming he does it, he still shoots his projectile. He still does that, same as before. And again, this web slows you down quite a lot. Oh, there we go. He gets a charge attack. And because the webs last for quite a little bit, if you're not careful and he starts charging you while you're positioned the webs in a bad place, you might not have anywhere to go to dodge his attacks. So you got to be careful of where you're positioning it. Oh, no. He's going to start. Dash. Okay. I think I dashed right where he hit me, so I actually did not take any damage because of that, because I had invulnerability frames. So it worked out. But you can see it's definitely a longer fight than it used to be. And I think it's a lot more interesting of a fight because I have to actually pay attention to where I go. But once he has about 35% of his life, I believe, left, about a third, he will transition to the next phase. I think I made his charge a little bit easier to dodge. I might need to put it back a bit because I think it might be a little too easy now. Now I'm doing it in context. But, you know, we'll adjust the speed and all that over time. There we go. Next phase again. So we have two of these in between phases where we just spawn a bunch of these spiderlings. If I just let them go at me, you can see they just kind of jump at me and attack. It's a bit of a frame drop when they do that, but at the current moment, everything is lumen. And oh, there you go. Here comes the next phase. So the last phase here, the entire place pretty much gets covered in spider webs. Now, you might get a few areas, like right here, where it's not covered, but everything gets covered. And now the whole place just is 25% movement speed down. So now you really have to time these dashes to get away from wherever he attacks and position yourself potentially where you need to be to avoid it. So this is really the phase where it's going to be considerably more difficult if you didn't pick up a speed upgrade. Now, I gave myself a speed upgrade, so it's actually considerably simpler right now. But if I didn't have the speed upgrade, you can imagine I'll have to time this considerably more. But a basic speed upgrade is one of the things available to you as a pickup right away. So you can absolutely try it out, giving yourself a speed upgrade to counteract some of this phase. And if you have a speed upgrade, you should be able to just walk away. But if you don't have any speed upgrades, you will absolutely need to use the dash mechanic, or you will get hit for sure. He basically has 4 phases now, right? He has the basic attack phase. Then he does the web shooting into an attack. So he tries to hit you or hit the wall next to you, and that way he slows you down and then tries to hit you. Then after that, he has the transitional phase where he spawns the spiderling, so he becomes immune during the transition phase. And careful of standing next to where he drops, because he could one-shot you. It is absolutely a one-shot, so you need to be careful. Don't just stand there. And then the next phase, which is basically phase 3, is when he has the web shot and then into melee, just like he did in the previous one, but he now also does the ramming attack, which isn't as common as the web shoot and basic attack, but that's because the idea is to have him shoot the web enough times to give you some conditions where, oh, I can't go in these areas anymore, because if you do, it's a big downgrade of speed. And eventually, once you get to past that, into the 4th phase and final phase, after the transitional spiderlings, as you saw, this whole place gets covered in spider webs, and you just have a 25% speed down. Now, depending on your luck, you might have a few areas like this one right here, where you have the full speed, but again, even your dash is smaller as you come through here. And of course, don't forget to pick up your cards. And right now, I'm in the middle of reworking the next boss, Dracothrax. So there's going to be some new mechanics coming up if you go to that boss. I'll let you figure those out as they're mid-development, but I'll be covering the full rework of him. I'm very excited of the new rework of these bosses, I think is going to make them a whole lot more interesting. And of course, if you want to try it out for yourself, the package build will be available on my Patreon, where you can join these wonderful people here and supporting what I do. It really means a lot. All of the support on Patreon is going towards saving up to put back into this game completely. I have not touched it at all. I'm just waiting to get some artists to help me out with stuff later on. So I really appreciate the support. But of course, you just want to join the community, the link to the Discord will be down below as always. And if you want to check out some more awesome stuff, check out the video right over here, the YouTube things you're really going to enjoy.